Tom Cruise, the eternal action hero who's defied gravity in countless blockbusters, has once again crash-landed in the turbulent skies of romance. At 63, the man who's leaped off cliffs, dangled from airplanes, and outrun explosions on screen seems to have met his match in the unpredictable world of love. His 9-month whirlwind with the stunning Cuban-American actress Ana de Armas has reportedly fizzled out this week, leaving behind a trail of whispers, speculation, and a whole lot of déjà vu for fans who've watched this plot play out before. It's like a sequel nobody asked for, but Hollywood's leading man keeps delivering anyway. Picture this: Cruise with his megawatt smile and that signature intensity, spots de Armas across a crowded set or maybe at some glitzy industry bash. She's 37, a rising star with those piercing eyes and an accent that could melt steel. Think her sultry turn in Knives Out or the ethereal vulnerability she brought to Blonde. Sparks fly because of course they do. Who wouldn't fall for the combo of Tom Cruise's charisma and Anna's effortless allure? They keep it low-key at first, as he always does, dodging paparazzi with the same agility he uses for those Mission Impossible stunts. Rare sightings, a cozy dinner here, a masked stroll in London there. Fans ship it hard, dubbing them Tom Anna, and flooding social media with edits of them as a power couple conquering red carpets. But alas, the credits roll early. Sources close to the pair, those anonymous insiders who know everything and reveal just enough, whisper that it was mutual, amicable, no dramatic blowout. Just poof. Love's expiration date stamped and sealed. Cruise, ever the professional, throws himself back into work, prepping for whatever adrenaline-fueled project comes next, while de Armas dusts off her script for the next role that demands her full emotional range. Yet, beneath the polished breakup narrative, there's a sadness that tugs at the heartstrings. Cruise isn't just ending another fling, he's adding another chapter to a romantic resume that's more tragedy than triumph. Let's rewind the tape on Cruise's love life, because patterns like this don't emerge in a vacuum. It's a saga that's as gripping as any of his films, filled with high-stakes passion, ideological clashes, and endings that leave audiences wanting more. Start with marriage number 1. Mimi Rogers, the actress who was 8 years his senior and introduced him to the enigmatic world of Scientology back in 1987. She was sophisticated, a veteran of Hollywood's underbelly, and saw potential in the wide-eyed kid from Syracuse. They tied the knot in a hush-hush ceremony, but by 1990, it was over. Rogers later reflected on how Cruise's deepening dive into Scientology shifted their dynamic. He became consumed, she said, by this spiritual quest that left little room for marital intimacy. He was becoming more and more focused on his beliefs, she once shared in an interview, though she later clarified her words were twisted by the press. It wasn't bitterness, it was just the reality of two paths diverging. Cruise emerged wiser perhaps, but single once more. Enter Nicole Kidman, the statuesque Australian beauty who became his muse and his match. They met on the set of Days of Thunder in 1989, amid the roar of race cars and the heat of Florida summers. Cruise was smitten, Kidman was 22, fresh-faced and ready to conquer. They eloped in 1990, adopting 2 children, Isabella and Connor, in a nod to family amid the frenzy of fame. For a decade, they were Hollywood's golden couple. Red carpets ablaze, collaborations like Eyes Wide Shut that blurred art and life. But cracks formed. Scientology loomed large again, with rumors of church interference in their personal affairs. Kidman, raised Catholic, found herself at odds with the organization's demands. The divorce in 2001 hit like a bombshell. "I was a baby when I married him," Kidman later confessed, her voice laced with hindsight's clarity. Post-split, she danced on a table in a bar, famously toasting her freedom. Cruise, stoic as ever, moved on, but the sting lingered. Fans still mourn what could have been, the ultimate power duo. Then came Penelope Cruz, the fiery Spanish siren whose olive skin and Oscar buzz caught Cruise's eye during Vanilla Sky in 2001. No marriage this time, just a passionate 2-year romance that burned bright and brief. They vacationed in Bahamas hideaways, dodged tabloids with glee, but by 2004, it was kaput. Cruz later spoke fondly of him as a great person, but the spark had dimmed under the weight of their insane schedules, his globe-trotting franchises, her indie darlings. Marriage 3? Katie Holmes, the doe-eyed star of Dawson's Creek, who met Cruz in 2005 during a press junket. He swept her off her feet literally, jumping on Oprah's couch in a viral moment of unfiltered joy. "I'm in love," he proclaimed, and the world swooned. They wed in Italy in 2006, birthing daughter Suri amid a fairy tale haze. But the fairy tale soured. Holmes cited irreconcilable differences in 2012, But whispers pointed to Scientology once more, the church's auditing sessions, the pressure on her to convert. She fled to New York with Suri, starting a custody battle that dragged on like a bad sequel. Cruz, heartbroken but unflinching, threw himself into Jack Reacher and beyond. Life is a tragedy, he once philosophized in an interview, a line that now feels prophetic. So here we are with Ana de Armas as the latest verse in this ballad of broken hearts. What went wrong this time? Insiders murmur about clashing lifestyles, Cruz's relentless work ethic versus de Armas's desire for grounded normalcy. She's spoken openly about craving privacy after her high-profile split from Ben Affleck, and perhaps Cruz's larger-than-life orbit proved too much. Age gap? Sure, 26 years isn't nothing, but Hollywood's littered with those. Scientology? Neither has confirmed involvement, but the church's shadow looms eternal in Cruz narratives. Or maybe it's simpler, two intense souls realizing they burn too hot, too fast. Fans, though, aren't just dissecting the why. They're soul-searching for the what now. Will Cruz, with his boyish grin and unyielding drive, ever find the co-pilot for his lifelong mission? He's 63, still scaling the box office charts. Top Gun. Maverick proved he's timeless, but love feels like the one stunt he can't nail. Social media's ablaze with memes. Cruz running from exploding relationships, de Armas escaping to her next Bond girl reboot. Yet amid the jokes, there's empathy. Hollywood chews up hearts, spits them out, and calls it glamour. Cruz has given us thrills. Maybe it's time the universe returns the favor with something real, lasting. De Armas, for her part, emerges unscathed, her star ascending. From War Dog's breakout to Marilyn Monroe biopic icon, she's got range for days. This breakup? A footnote in a career that's all exclamation points. But for Cruz, it's another scar on a resume of resilience. He's Scientology's poster boy, a father fighting for his kids, an actor who risks it all for the shot. Romance might elude him, but admiration? That's locked in. As the dust settles, one can't help but wonder, is love Cruz's white whale? Or just another adventure waiting for the right script? For now, he's single, soaring solo through the Hollywood haze. And us? We'll keep buying tickets, hoping for that happily ever after montage. Because if anyone deserves a plot twist, it's Tom. Fingers crossed for the director's cut.